The Menendez brothers have now been in prison for nearly 30 years, but not that long ago they felt like they had finally cracked the code and earned their path to a second chance. Because back in 1996, following their second trial, Eric and Lyle Menendez were sentenced to serve life in prison without the possibility of parole. They were basically told that they would die in prison. Earlier this year, Eric and Lyle, who look a lot different here than they did back then, were determined to be parole eligible. The parole board could consider their case and release them if it determined they were not a threat to public safety. Now, this was especially a big deal because all of the allegations, all the evidence of abuse that was present in their first trial was not allowed in their second trial. So after years of repeated abuse, that's a consideration. That is at the very least a mitigating factor. Now the parole board would be able to consider that. However, it was neither the severity of the crime nor those abuse allegations or that evidence that was considered. Instead, the parole board denied them both parole, talking about their conduct while they were in prison. This was conduct about having a cell phone or being related to a gang that was involved in a scam, essentially saying that we're not trusting you because of the things you were doing in prison or because of the life you're living. Now, in some cases, this can be a legitimate case, but California prisons are run by gangs. You don't necessarily have a choice if you want to not die or you want to not experience things you would otherwise not want to experience to not be involved. Now, there are some people who are independents or some people who stay out of the way. Maybe they could have gone to PC. Maybe they would have had that option. But I think denying them for parole for things they were involved in an incredibly gang-ridden, crime-ridden prison system is like basically throwing somebody in lava and being like, oh, we're going to deny you because you're on fire.